today, we're looking at something really practical. Everyday English phrases. We've got these excerpts from At English Shinings, Speak Like a Native, 10 real English phrases you need to know.
That's right. So the mission here is to get past that, standard textbook stuff. We want to explore those phrases native speakers actually use all the time.
Right.
And it's not just about sounding more natural, though that's part of it. It's also so you can, better understand movies, podcasts.
Or just, real conversations, so you're not feeling lost or sounding maybe a bit too formal.
Exactly. Avoiding that robotic sound.
And what's cool is that a lot of these everyday phrases, the ones that seem really simple, they often have, interesting backstories or little nuances in how we use them.
Yeah, totally. We're hoping to uncover some of those aha moments today.
Should be fun.
Okay, let's dive in. First one. I'm beat. Sounds simple enough.
It does. The source says it just means very tired. Simple. But you can kind of picture where it might come from, right?
Like being physically exhausted.
Yeah, like you've been beaten down, totally spent. It's short, it's casual. The example given is, after that 12-hour shift, I'm beat.
Makes sense. You wouldn't drop that in a business meeting, probably.
No, definitely not. It's for, relaxed situations, gets the point across quickly.
Efficient, okay.
Exactly. Efficient. Okay, second one. Let's call it a day.
Hear this one constantly, especially at work or if you're studying.
Yeah. It means let's stop working for now.
Pretty straightforward.
And the example they give is, you've done enough for today. Let's call it a day. It captures that feeling, that sort of mutual agreement.
Yeah, that you've hit a stopping point.
Right. Continuing might not even be useful. You hear it in offices, study groups ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one. Next up, hit the sack. This one always makes me chuckle a bit.
It's very visual, isn't it? It just means go to bed. The example. I'm exhausted. I'm going to hit the sack.
You can almost feel the tiredness in that sentence.
You really can. And again, pretty informal, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. You'd only say this to friends or family, people you're comfortable with, not your boss.
Definitely not my boss. Okay, phrase 4 is a bit different. It's not my cup of tea.
Yes, the classic. Has that British feel, though it's used more widely now.
And it means?
Basically, it's not something I enjoy or prefer. The example was about horror movies. I know people love horror movies, but they're not my cup of tea.
Right.
And it's interesting, that connection to tea, especially in Britain, it's sort of a ritual comfort.
So saying something's not your cup of tea is like a gentle way of saying no thanks.
Exactly. It's softer, more polite than just saying I don't like it or I hate it.
Yeah.
More nuanced.
Gotcha. Okay, now for one about starting conversations. Break the ice.
Yes, meaning to start a conversation in a relaxed way.
Very useful. The example. At the party, John told a joke to break the ice. And that image of ice is quite telling, isn't it?
Like coldness or awkwardness.
Precisely. Something that needs to be, broken, shattered to let warmth and connection in. A joke, a simple question. It eases that initial tension.
Super helpful in networking things or meeting new people.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Up in the air.
This feels very familiar when you're making plans or trying to.
It does. It means uncertain or undecided. Like the example, the holiday plans are still up in the air.
It just acknowledges things aren't settled yet.
Yeah, that possibilities are still floating around, not finalized. It's honest.
Okay. Number 7 sounds a bit tougher. Bite the bullet.
It does have a certain grit to it. It means do something difficult or unpleasant that you've been avoiding.
Like the example, I finally bit the bullet and went to the dentist.
Oof, right. And the origin story, or the commonly believed one, is pretty intense. Yeah, the idea that soldiers, before anesthesia was common, might literally be given a lead bullet to bite down on during surgery to cope with the pain.
Wow. Okay, that adds some serious weight to it.
It really does. Shows you have to endure something tough. Not for trivial things, usually.
Definitely noted. Okay, moving to feeling unwell. Under the weather.
Very common one. Means feeling sick or unwell.
The example.
Yeah.
I didn't go to work today. I was feeling under the weather.
Yeah, and it's useful because it's kind of vague, isn't it? You're saying you're not feeling great, but you don't have to give all the details, which can be, socially convenient sometimes.
Right, polite and a bit understated. Okay, nearly there. Number 9 is fun. Spill the beans.
Hey, yeah. This means reveal a secret.
Like in the example, come on, spill the beans. What did she say?
It has this really playful, kind of eager energy, doesn't it?
Totally. Like you're trying to coax the secret out of someone.
You can almost picture the beans, like, tumbling out as the secret's told, often used when there's some gossip or a surprise involved.
Love it. And finally, number 10, throw in the towel.
This means give up or quit. The example was, after 3 failed attempts, he threw in the towel.
And this one comes from sports.
That's right, from boxing. The source mentions it. When a boxer's team, their corner, decides the fighter can't continue safely.
They toss a towel into the ring.
Exactly. To signal defeat, stop the fight. So the phrase carries that sense of, well, conceding defeat in any kind of struggle or challenge.
That feeling of finality, it's over. Okay, so those are the 10 phrases, but the material also gave us that little dialogue.
Yes, that conversation snippet between A and B, super helpful to see them in action.
Yeah, right away you hear A say they're beat, ready to hit the sack.
And B suggests they call it a day. So you immediately get that picture. Tired people, stopping work, heading for bed.
And then later, they talk about plans being up in the air.
Right, the meeting uncertainty and needing to break the ice with someone quiet.
And that last bit about having to bite the bullet, maybe tell an awkward joke to do it.
Yeah, and what's great about that dialogue is how natural it sounds. The phrases are just woven in.
They don't sound forced.
Not at all. And that's really the goal for you, the listener, right? To use these so they just become part of how you speak English naturally.
So thinking about that goal, for you listening who wants to get better at this, what are some good ways to practice? The source had some tips.
It did, some really solid advice. First up, listen actively.
So pay attention when you're watching shows or listening to podcasts.
Exactly. Notice how people use these phrases. What's the situation? What's their tone? Context is key.
Makes sense. Tip 2.
Repeat and record. Don't just read them silently. Say them out loud.
And recording yourself, does that help?
The source suggests it, and yeah, it can be really insightful. You hear yourself differently, notice your pronunciation, your intonation, where you might need to tweak things.
Okay. Third tip, use them daily.
This is crucial. You got to practice actively. Try to slip 1 or 2 into, say, an email, a message, or, an actual conversation each day.
Even if it feels a bit weird at first.
Especially then. It gets less weird the more you do it. They become your phrases.
Right. Fourth, create flashcards. Good old flashcards.
Can't beat them sometimes. Phrase on one side, meaning, and maybe a quick example sentence on the other, helps lock it in your memory.
Classic for a reason. And the last tip.
Join a speaking group. Find people to practice with, whether it's other learners or native speakers. Using these phrases in real, live conversation is, like, the best practice you can get.
Builds confidence too, I bet.
Absolutely. It helps you test your understanding and get comfortable using them spontaneously.
So the main takeaway seems to be consistency, right? Keep at it.
Yeah, exactly. Like any skill. You don't have to sound super formal all the time. Learning and, more importantly, using these kinds of common expressions, it really does make a difference.
You'll understand more, and you'll probably feel more confident expressing yourself.
Definitely more fluent, more natural.
So next time you're listening to English, maybe keep an ear out for these.
Yeah.
You might be surprised how often they pop up.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Looking at these 10 phrases we discussed, which one, or maybe 2, do you think you could start using almost immediately?
Yeah, think about your own daily chats or emails.
Yeah.
How could using just one of these shift things a bit for you? Maybe boost your confidence or understanding?
Something to chew on.